As a hardcore Pokémon fan, I can assure you that I have felt sick for years. This is nothing new, of course. I think us Pokémon fans haven't had a good year since Sword and Shield when Game Freak announced that whole mess with the Pokédex. And they did it to improve their animation. Yeah, I believe you, Matsuda. I believe you. However, last year a ton of information of the franchise was leaked, and that includes information for the new titles, Pokémon Winds and Waves. I will talk about those leaks, so if you don't feel comfortable, you can leave the video, no worries. With that said, let's talk about how Pokémon is finally coming back and why I'm hopeful for the future of the franchise. As mentioned earlier, the franchise has been receiving rejection after rejection. Just when we think they take one step forward, they take two steps backwards. Number A. Pokémon Legends Arceus. Video Game Donkey said it best. These are a lot of games, but when you think about it, this is Game Freak's second game. Basically, after so many years, we finally get an evolution of the formula for the franchise. And to be honest, I still watch reaction videos from the reveal from time to time. On the surface, this looks like a victory, but when you played the game on a Switch 1 when it released back then, you will have to endure bad textures, frame drops, and the story sucks ass. I remember laughing so much when at the end of the game you meet the legendary Pokémon and then the credits roll out of fucking nowhere. Do you remember how the protagonist actually comes from the future and was sent to the past? Well, I think Game Freak forgot too. On Legends CA, I was hoping for some kind of information about what happened to the protagonist, but no. The story is completely different, and it almost makes me feel bad for having engaged so much on the game. Number B. Pokémon Scarlet and Violet. I remember being on a Discord server for Pokémon Legends before its release. You know, just vibing with fans, feeling the hype and such. And I said, I think we're getting Gen 9 this year. Only for somebody to reply, there is no fucking way Game Freak releases Gen 9 so soon. Well, just like before, one step forward and two back. Although if you ask anyone, they might argue that they took like 100 steps back, because holy shit, man. The issue wasn't the story or a couple of frame drops. The issue was that the game didn't fucking work at all. It's crazy the amount of people that lost their save file just because the game decided to stop working, and trust me, you don't want to start the tutorial for the game. It's so goddamn slow and boring, it's almost painful. I think these games ended up becoming the best selling games ever or something like that, but the big majority of fans were left with a really bad aftertaste. Now you can see why we have been worried for so long. Do you know what excited me the most about the latest reveal trailer? It wasn't the graphics, it wasn't the new Pokémon, it was the release date. 2027. We are on the 30th anniversary of Pokémon. Literally everyone was thinking that the games will release this year. I mean, the marketing makes it serve. But nope. Game Freak decided to skip on the opportunity to have more time so they could develop a more polished experience. And that's why I feel so hyped for the future of the franchise. For the first time, they are listening to the feedback of the fans, and we are seeing good actions being taken. And with the release of Pokémon Champions, they don't have to worry about competitive details on the main games, so I'm looking forward to the resources being spread more efficiently, as in to have better graphics or smoother performance, for example. And yeah, that's all I have for today. If you like the video, any kind of like, comment and subscribe that you can give me helps me like you guys have no idea. Thank you so much for watching. Have yourselves a good one.